going on tonight?
Well, first of all, my name is Sonjhai Meggette. I'm the visionary and photographer of Esoteric Images, and my goal is to eradicate negative images of person of color through the visual arts. I truly love women and men who wear their hair all natural, meaning the bald, the nappy, the locks, or the braids. And we're having my 4th calendar release party at 440, the Grand Lake Coffee House here in Oakland, California. These are my guests and people who have patronized me and supported me since the launch of 2010.
Hi, my name is Kendra. I am January, and I did this calendar because of the awareness that it's bringing to our community through natural beauty. And so I figured that was my best reason to do the calendar. And Sonjhai is a good friend of mine, so as soon as she asked me, it was no hesitation to do it. So those are my reasons.
Okay, how you doing? Tell us your name and what month you work.
My name is Ricky Prasad, and I'm the month of February.
Okay, how'd you end up in the calendar?
I guess Sonjhai saw me on, I'm not sure if you guys know Mario Benton. He posted a picture of me on Facebook, and she's like connected with him, and then so she messaged me, and she's like, you want to be part of this calendar? It's for a great cause, and I was like, for sure.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Sonjhai Meggette. I'm the visionary and photographer of Esoteric Images, and I am the month of April. And I chose androgyny because oftentimes, more than not, people think that women can't look good in a suit. You don't have to be thin to look good in a suit. I think I'm voluptuous and I look damn good.
Good evening. My name is Anthony Dark. I am the month of May. What inspired me to do this wonderful calendar was Sonjhai. Her spirit, her fight, her just everything, and she twists my arm so many times to do it when I tell her no. But I love doing this calendar. I had a good time doing it. And my other inspiration, my son, to show him that there's positive black men out there that would do anything for a friend, to help a friend at any time or any day.
My name is Eugene Sanders. I'm in the 2014 calendar in the month of June. My inspiration behind doing this project for Sonjhai is that I personally lost a relative of mine, auntie, who was a great inspiration to me. She died of breast cancer a few years ago. So when I was approaching this project, I appreciated that she chose me to do it, and that it meant something more than just being in the calendar. It was an inspiration for me, and being my auntie had died from breast cancer. So with that, that's what it was about for me.
Hi, my name is Amber Julian, aka AJ, and I'm Miss July. And my inspiration for being in the calendar is mostly for the good cause. I have a lot of family members that were affected by cancer, and so I always like to support it in any way that I can. And also I'm a very big believer on, bald-headed women and natural-haired women. I think it's something that's very beautiful and it's very underrated, and so I was really happy to be a part of that cause as well.
My name is Keon Williams. My month is August, and my inspirations for doing the calendar is this is going towards a worthy cause, and I just couldn't feel more blessed to be a part of something so good. The party is amazing, the pictures are amazing, and I'm just happy to be here.
My name is Faris Franklin, and I'm in October issue of the 2014 Esoteric Images calendar. My inspiration for being in this calendar was my sister and my niece who had breast cancer, and my sister who died from pancreatic cancer. So I shaved my head in honor of them, and I liked it, and I've kept it.
How'd you get involved in the calendar?
Well, Sonjhai and I work for the same company, and we became friends, and she really embraced my natural bald head, as a sister, as a woman, and she asked me to photograph for the calendar, and I said yes.
Now the bald head, is that a fashion statement?
Well, you know what? It's a personal statement. You know, I'm not attached to hair. So it's just every 3 to 4 years I shave my head just to release and renew.
Anything you want to tell everybody about you?
Well, I just wish everyone peace, balance, harmony, and continued blessings to Sonjhai in her quest and her journey. And I am actually so, I'm just honored to be a part of this calendar for 2014. Best wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And be standing on the couch like my mom ain't teach me no manners. Smile, we can leave the club and hit the beach and
So basically, I want you to tell us how you sought me out and what was your inspiration and what is your story about being bald.
Well, first I have to say thank you, because you didn't have to include me, but you did, and I'm thankful for that. I have a niece that had a rare form of breast cancer and a sister who died from pancreatic cancer. And so, I don't really like to talk about myself, but I have brain tumors, and they can't operate. So the only thing they could do was shrink them. So we're still here, but I'm here. Chemo, and of course I went bald, and I was in a relationship with someone who couldn't handle it and left because he couldn't handle me not having hair. And I know I'm more than hair. So I was out on the internet late one night. And I was looking for bald-headed women, you know, and her name came up, and it was an old website, and I emailed her, and she was like, how did you find me? And I said, well, it was an old website, I guess, but that's how we hooked up. And I'm just inspired. After the relationship was over, and my sister died, and my niece survived, but I've had so many friends die from breast cancer. And I just said, you know what? I like the way I look. And it's okay. And I'm beautiful. And I don't need hair. And if I want to put a wig on or grow hair, I can do that too. I can change personalities, be somebody else. I'm just thankful and inspired by this, because there's so many negative images about us as black women. I mean, I have had so many comments about, you better not never do your hair like that, or, you know, don't get sick. That's what I say. Don't get sick, sister. because it's not worth it if he's gonna leave. So I don't know. That's all. Celebrating life, and one of our sponsors had created this. Freddie and Ty, are they still here? Can you come forward, please? They make these signature baskets, and they are lovely. And I provided your picture, and there's a lot of love there. So this is our gift to you. This is Ty and Freddie who made this beautiful basket. Is also one of our sponsors, SOS Juice, and I would like you to tell me more about your process working with me and being a model.
Yeah, it's been a really good process actually working with you and getting me reminders on what a real organizer looks like. You know, getting reminders, getting the team together, getting people hitting me up like, yo, like you come in, you representing this at a time. So that was good to witness that. And also just as an artist, it was fun to work with you, just in different locations we were at, and just having me push me to like be in different spaces and really like bring my artistry out and bring myself out. So that was really beautiful to be. It was fun, Yeah, and another thing, I mean, as a person who does SOS Juice, System Out of Your System Juices, created this after my grandmother passed away from diabetes, and my grandfather passed away from cancer. So, I have like preachers and I have Panthers in my family. So we call it SOS Juice, System Out of Your System. So beautiful to be a part of this event where we're combining like, some, energy around image, like how we feel about ourselves, right? Like that energy that we emanate from ourselves, like that actually eradicates, prevents disease, really, when you think about it. Combining that with this cause to bring energy and attention towards a rising actually issue. Breast cancer, especially in African American women, is rising right now. A lot of it have to do like vitamin D deficiency, things like that. So I'm committed, to research that more and provide more solutions. One thing we have right now, we have a juice to definitely sample it over here. We got a beet, carrot, pear, lemon, ginger juice, and also have some flower essences to help remove physical and emotional trauma. And negative subconscious belief patterns. So one thing we're working on is sort of just getting towards the root of the issue of some of the illness and some of the violence and the self-violence that perpetuate in our communities. So that's SOS Juice. And thank you so much, for providing this. This is exactly what we need. This is the medicine, Definitely. Thank you.
So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I present you the author, the poet, Marvin K. White.
How's everybody doing? So, when I was standing in line for the bathroom, someone asked me, where I get my inspiration for poetry, and I was a mama's boy, and I got my stories because I was very close to the women in my family. When I was younger, I was called spoiled and all those things. But as the women in my family began to succumb to Alzheimer's and lose memory and lose the stories, it was very clear to me that they saw me coming, and they knew I would hold on to them. And so I tell a lot of their stories. This first one is called In Our Village. I am really 47 now.
Brother, you need some readers?
I just need some light. You need light or readers? Light. I'll help. In our village, all the fathers, including mine, as the story goes, were pulled out into the world. to find foods, to find gods, to find riches. And only after they made their marks could they come home, but none did. In our village, there were 20 mothers tending to the lands, planting the found fields of dirt that lay between cement and rock with collards and aloe. In our village, there were 20 mothers tending to the winds, hanging white clothes like surrendering flags across lines. In our village, there were 20 mothers who fought rats with warrior prowess, armed with nothing but a skillet, a trap, or a spare dab of peanut butter. In our village, boys forged weapons out of bicycle spokes, pipes, and penises, bragging about their fathers. Oh, he's out battling the sea, building the beast, hunting the tower. In our village, boys fought back tears like mortal enemies when mama said, "You're gonna be just like your daddy when you grow up." In our village, childbirth shot girls into the rights of womanhood. In our village, there were women 13, 12, and 50, wishing for sons but praying for daughters. In our village, girls played with girls. Girls bled together, crying, "Make it stop, mama," tears. In our village, all the girls wanted to be Sparkle and not Irene Cara, because all the girls could sing and always won the talent shows until the boys started doing the robot. In our village, grandmothers had houses and were all called Big Mama, and their favorite granddaughter called Lil Bit or Lil Mama. In our village, Big Mama always had candy and secrets hidden in her purse, butterscotches, and where all the men went, they knew what daughters and granddaughters didn't. In our village, grandmothers were high priestesses who with one finger stuck in a pot could turn water into gumbo. In our village, news traveled with eerie calm like storms that sneak. In our village, closed curtains, doors shut too long, and stillness told us who, told us what, told us where. In our village, walls were beat like war drums or tambourines. Walls were beat until spackle and plaster opened like windows and crashed like glass. In our village, sun cornered into eyes and crusted like gold, only to be wiped away with weary fingers, and mornings weren't mornings if mothers didn't sing their favorite verses of Amazing Grace. In our village, days crashed recklessly into night. Constellations sang out light like fevered choir, and boys made circles and danced, and girls made circles and danced, and mothers kept rhythm with nodding heads, and babies smiled at the stars' kitschy coos, and it was never pitch black or dark, it was just brown, and it was just right. In our village, everyone kept watch and could scream loud enough to be heard a country mile, and could scatter 100 kids like spark fleeing fire. In our village, we all had magic, but disappearing was the least of our gifts. In our village, all the fathers, including mine, as the story goes, left one day. They were pulled out into the deep breath of this world, and all of the women and all of the children stood like before and again at the foot of their journeys and cried until this world became mist. This next poem is called Making Black History.
Yes!
You inspire me to stoplights and hot combs and railroad brakes. I think you might just be the first black in my American League. You are my invention, and I am putting a patent on this thing we are doing. I am copywriting these words my tongue pushes into your ear. I want to make some black history with you. I want to be your Harriet Tubman and let you ride my Underground Railroad to freedom. I want you to pass out in my arms exhausted. I want you to lose your scent in my rivers. I want you to come and wait inside my safe house. I want you to come and wait inside me until slave catchers lose all track of you. I want to make some black history with you. Be the first man to reach your North Pole. I want to find 1,000,001 things to do with a peanut. I want to make you proud to be Negro black then. I want to make some black history with you. Sing songs about overcoming you, and I shall. Want to lead your movement back to my Africa where we bow down to trees and skies. Oh God, I want you to sit between my knees while I find a chemical that sizzles the genetic code out of your kinks. Have $1 million Madam CJ kind of idea just by looking into your head. I want to make some black history with you. I want you to beg for mercy Thurgood style in my Supreme Court. I want you to write and rewrite and overturn legislation for me. I want to be your black antiquity. Watch Saharan sun soak into your back as you make my ground pregnant. I want to bring forth a yam for you. I want to make some black history with you.
I want to run to Texas every Juneteenth and remind you that you're free. I want to sit down and be Rosa Parks for you. I want to be the seat for you and you can ride the front of my bus. I want you to take a hammer in your hand and beat a tunnel through my mountains. I want to take you back in time before hip-hop, before rhyme, like Buster. I must have got off course, but I'm hung like a listen. I just want to make some black history with you. I want you to come back into my village, proud and pierced and scarred. I want everything you went out and gathered and brought home. I want to make something out of it. I want you to put everything in my pot and let me make you your first gumbo. I want you to lick me from your fingers and I will make something that will stick to our ribs like legacy, like family, like a brown mama making little brown babies for you. I want to verse you on some things I think you should know. Makiba, Ropes, and Du Bois. I want you to make some noise like that choir up in Harlem with all them cute little boys. I want to be the worst part of you. I want to come visit you in jail, hock my gold chain for bail. Oh hell, I want to be a prison rape, your failed escape, the bullet aimed at your neck snake. I want to be your mama in the kitchen burning rice, and you can be my daddy on the corner shooting dice. See, I just want to make some black history with you. Be the Atlantic in your middle passage and swallow you before they slay or slave you. Be this America built on the back of you. Be brothers in Oakland who won't talk to you. I want to be your invention. I want to patent this thing we do. I want to copyright these words my tongue pushes into your ear. I want the world to know I was here with you, making some black history.